Let's consider the final part of the assignment now. So we'll go on to question the remaining questions. So we want to look at items I, J, or J, K, and L. They're very similar. So let's go back. J is a sound card, K is a sound card, and L is also a sound card. So yes, they are very similar. However, see how they were prioritized. So go back and check J, K, and L. They're exactly the same item, fixing a sound card on a computer, but see how they were prioritized in the priority matrix and in the new system. So let's take a look at J, K, and L. So J, K, and L are right here. And we can see one of them got prioritized as an A. So it's very important to a company. I believe it was the person who does demos for clients. And then the other two were prioritized as E and D, which are low priority. So the important thing to take away from this is it's not what you're doing per se that determines the priority or the type of work, but rather its value for the company. So even though you might be doing the exact same thing 3 times in a row, it may have a different value for the company. So that's the priority matrix, and the priority matrix has the advantage of giving us an accurate prioritization. So whenever you actually have the time, you should create this in Excel and carefully analyze your priorities. Oftentimes, however, we just have to make a quick judgment, and that's what the custom priorities are for. Is it network infrastructure? Then it's an A. Happy customers? Then it's a B, and so on. So let's see again, it was J, K, and L, how they fared in this system. So J was client satisfaction, so it was a B. L, employee productivity, and K was an item to avoid. So we see that even in the custom priorities, they get prioritized differently. Question 5, list advantages of the disadvantages and advantages of the 5 of our custom priorities. Well, its main advantage is you don't have to construct a priority matrix. You just look at the item and make a quick judgment. Is it infrastructure? Is it happy customers? And so on. Its main disadvantage is it's not going to be anywhere as accurate as the priority matrix. Now, before we finish off, that's pretty much it for this assignment. Before we finish off, I just want to take a closer look at the priority matrix. And we saw that priority can be decomposed into these 2 components, long-term importance and urgency. And then we calculate a weight, and from that we determine the priority. Well, this is a basic priority matrix, and of course we can put more detail, more components that go into priority. So for example, I can insert a column here. Let me put my column right here. So I'm going to right click and I will insert my column to the right. Let's say we have a 3rd component that goes into priority. How about public relations? This is just an example. I'm just giving you an example here. And again, we could give it some numeric values. So does this impact how well we relate to our customers, our public image, and so on? That might be another factor we might want to consider, and we can keep doing this. We can keep inserting more columns, and we can break down priority as much as we want to. So what we've done in this assignment is we've only looked at a basic priority matrix, which is made up of two components only, long-term importance and urgency. But of course, we can expand this priority matrix and make it far more precise and as accurate as we need it to be. So this is the kind of thing you would do in Excel. If you've never used Excel before, this is an ideal item that we would analyze in Excel.